Pika pika!
Pinwheel Forest, where darkness and silence govern every law of survival. Venopede senses the world through the slightest vibration sent via its keen antennae. An unsuspecting swaddle accidentally emits a death signal from its tiny footsteps. A precise instantly paralyzes the target's nervous system. From the heights, aerial predators commence their relentless hunt. Pressure from enemy wings triggers the species' ultimate defensive reflex. Whirlipede emerges, a fortified steel fortress hardened from dense chitin. It accumulates massive kinetic energy, preparing for a powerful counterstrike that crushes every obstacle obstructing its journey of survival. Whirlipede enters a stage of energy accumulation within the silence of the cave. It becomes the silent guardian, sheltering the swarm's younger generation. Every harsh environmental impact serves as a catalyst for change. Scolipede reveals itself, breaking all restraints to reach the apex. A colossal entity possessing overwhelming strength and absolute authority. The old enemy returns, but now it faces a true king. The fluidity of transforms a massive body into a ghost of speed. A piercing, injecting collapse directly into the opponent's veins. Scolipede no longer flees vibrations, it has become their master. Beneath ancient roots, new lives await the day of their awakening. A new life cycle begins again from the very first faint vibrations. Adaptation is the ultimate power helping creatures transcend biological limits. In the highest atmosphere, the rainbow god ignites the brilliant light of life. Fiery wings stir the air, bringing vital life force back to all things. Where the god passes, life is reborn, and the land slowly recovers. In stark contrast, the deep-sea guardian chooses to live hidden within the abyss. Lugia isolates itself in darkness to avoid destroying the world far above. A single unconscious wing beat is enough to trigger storms and massive tsunamis. When the balance is threatened, signs emerge from both sides of the world. Unstable flames signal a natural disaster that is about to begin very soon. Lugoni rises from the abyss, using psychic power to quench the ocean's rage. The guardian of the seas prevents disasters from occurring right at the start. Ho-Oh plays the role of rekindling vitality once the storm has passed by. They do not clash, but exist together to hold the world amidst chaos. One represents rebirth within the radiant and brilliant light of the early dawn. The other represents restraint within the darkness and the immense ocean depths. The existence of both keeps the world standing amidst all great disasters. The scale of destiny will forever be held by the two ancient gods. Ho-Oh's colors shift with every angle of the sunlight hitting its body. Lugia's destructive power is hidden deep beneath the fierce and wild waves. Ho-Oh only appears before those who possess a truly pure and kind heart. Its feathers bring eternal joy and boundless happiness to those who see them. Though a sea god, it possesses supreme and transcendent psychic power within it. Vitality spreads from every footstep of the radiant and brilliant rainbow god. It calms the fierce storms, maintaining peace for the distant and lonely islands. The power of sacred fire erases darkness and all withered, desolate ruins. Eternal happiness sprouts wherever the god's shadow has just flown across the sky. The guardian's solitude is the price paid for the world's absolute safety. Two balancing poles always exist together, never competing for absolute and total dominance. Rainbows and storms, life and restraint, forever bound and never. In the misty rainforest, the gentlest dragon begins its quiet and humble life. With a soft body, Gumi hides in the shade to preserve its vital essence. Pure instincts help it sense any incoming danger and hide away very quickly. The slippery mucus layer neutralizes every attack from the fierce and wild predators. As it matures, it evolves into Sliggoo with a strong and protective instinct. Though its vision fades, it senses the world through every tiny, subtle vibration. Sliggoo begins to show protective reflexes, standing firm in front of its kind. Under heavy rain, the protective instinct transforms it into a brand new form. Gudra rises like a living shield, standing between danger and fragile lives. Dragon power is used for defense rather than for any destructive dark purposes. After the storm, it returns to its gentle nature and loving protective care. Rain washes away traces of conflict, returning the forest to its original peace. The story of the gentle shield will remain forever green beneath the forest. The tiny life gathers every drop of water to nurture its dragon dream. Without using its eyes, it sees the world through deep and profound empathy. Powerful hands are now the tools used to rebuild and recreate their home. A gentle heart spreads healing power to every weak and fragile living soul. It controls the rain to maintain the lifeblood for the entire green forest. Resilience is forged from standing firm amidst the rushing and heavy waterfalls. The leader's presence is the strongest barrier against any incoming deadly threats. The Dragon Guardian stays awake to protect the small and fragile dreams. Gudra, the embodiment of pure love and the vast compassionate protection. In the deep ocean, life begins within the dangerous and shadowed coral reefs. Spitting ink and hiding is their only way to escape from deadly enemies. Those who dare to leave safety learn to endure the ocean's great pressure. Accumulated energy transforms the body, preparing it for the great and final shift. Horseia evolves into Sidra, from a fugitive to a brave and bold warrior. In the deepest abyss, Kingdra rarely appears, but always protects the entire pride. Kingdra bestows the Dragon Scale, a fragment carrying the energy of the deep sea. Absorbing the Dragon Scale, Sidra evolves into the legendary and powerful Kingdra. Instinctively, it leaves the pride to find new waters and continue its mission. The old guardian fades into the ocean after passing on its sacred legacy. The dragon's legacy will forever be inherited through every beat of ocean waves. The responsibility of nurturing and protecting is forged through every daily survival battle. Sacred paternal love is the root of the pride's prosperity and future success. Firmness is necessary to maintain the boundaries of peace within the deep sea. The power of the vast ocean is now firmly within its absolute control. It cleanses the territory, keeping the coral reefs pure, bright, and brilliantly radiant. Ancient power is always present, waiting for the worthy individual to accept it. Their life cycle is a symbol of sacrifice and the sacred eternal inheritance. A brand new era begins once again from the distant and vibrant coral reefs. The light of the dragon race illuminates the darkest places of the seafloor. The leader's happiness is seeing the pride stand firm against the stormy waves. Kingdra, the deep-sea guardian, the embodiment of will and the sacred inheritance. The legacy of the dragon-transformed seahorse will endure with the blue ocean. Possessing peerless strength, it chooses a life of peace and discipline. In the heart of the forest, an ancient gladiator enjoys a moment of stillness. But the forest never sleeps. A crimson rival has arrived to challenge. This gentleness is the ultimate signature of a truly powerful creature. This is no struggle for survival, but a sacred right among masters. Heracross must awaken the warrior instincts buried deep within its lineage. The speed of the wind clashes against the steadfastness of the mountains. Intense heat triggers a massive surge of primal, transformative energy. When limits are reached, the biological frame begins its forced overload. Mega Heracross, nature's ultimate heavy-lifting machine, is finally unleashed. Power enough to toss a fighter jet effortlessly into the clouds. Yet, this overwhelming force is never intended to end a brother's life. The duel concludes as both warriors touch the pinnacle of their potential. In the world of gladiators, respect is far more precious than victory. The price for divine power is the agonizing strain on every fiber. The reward after the trial is the sweet nectar of cosmic harmony. The balance of the woods is restored through a single, honest bout. The Red Wanderer departs, leaving the Blue Guardian in silent peace. It stands as an immovable fortress, guarding the sanctity of life. The instinct to protect remains stronger than the urge to destroy. True power resides not in the fist, but in the enduring spirit. Tomorrow, a new journey of strength will begin once again in the wild. In the iron-rich cliffs, life begins with sheer and absolute recklessness. Tiny Rookidae recruits must rely completely on the pride's guidance. Ground-based predators are setting the stage for a bloody and brutal ambush. A sudden rain of stones cuts off the flight paths of young birds. A brave individual accepts danger to lure the enemies away from the pride. The 1,000-pound strike sends the decoy falling straight into the molten lava. Despair takes over as the fragile body is swallowed by the red flames. At the edge of life and death, an emergency evolution officially activates. Corviknight rises from the flames, a steel king with unmatched and peerless power. Hurricane, the vortex that blows away all fear and darkness within the cave. Ironhead, a steel headbutt that crushes every weapon of the bold invaders. The hunters now tremble before the guardian who stepped out from hell. Evolution now becomes a sacred milestone protecting the entire species. Beneath the cold steel armor lies a heart of absolute and pure loyalty. The official leader emerges, bringing peace and safety to the entire kingdom. The pride finds a new land, where steel becomes the symbol of life. The younger generation adapts to the era of metal and iron will. Enemies still lurk, but darkness can no longer hide the truth. Body press. The weight of steel crushes the predator's every ambition. A mobile fortress, protecting young buds from the wrath of nature. The sentinel never falls asleep while the pride is still taking its rest. Metallic echoes spread far, asserting the Sky King's absolute sovereignty. The toughest protection comes from the very body of the leader. Extraordinary power pushes it beyond the limits of ordinary birds. It is the embodiment of steel, wind, and Galar's endless pride. The pride's wealth is measured by the strength of its shields. A new era has opened for warriors possessing hearts of pure steel. The legacy of steel lies not in armor, but in the will to protect. Corviknight, the steel-born guardian, an eternal beacon in the skies of Galar. In the Kanto forest, life sprouts from the most mysterious of seeds. They absorb solar vitality to nurture the living sprout upon their backs. Ivysaur guard the borders, storing energy for the day of full bloom. Each pride has only one Venusaur, the supreme guardian of the species. But peace is always threatened by those swift and absolute predators. When predators invade, Venusaur is always the very first to step out. Bulbasaur retreat into the vegetation, waiting for the pride's protection. Ivysaur organized the defense, standing firm against the brutal attacks. Prolonged battles gradually wear away the vital life force of the Guardian. In its final moments, it releases all of its vast stored energy. Knowing its end is near, it chooses to pass on the legacy. The final stream of vitality is passed directly between the generations. The sprout blooms instantly, and Ivysaur's body grows with sudden speed. A new guardian is born, securing its place on the ancient stone. The old individual quietly turns to forest soil, nurturing the grass. The Pokémon Pride never loses its most faithful and loyal ancient sentry. For this species, evolution is the inheritance for the Pride's survival. The tiny life is daily gathering vital essence from the natural world. Bulbasaur learns to sow seeds to protect its very own sacred territory. Discipline is forged from the deep-seated instinct to protect the species. Venusaur is not just a warrior, but also a dedicated, caring nanny. Water and light are the lifeblood that helps the mysterious seed develop. The poison type hides within botanical beauty, ready to strike back. They learn to coordinate their strength from the very first days of life. The leader's presence is the ultimate guarantee for the Pride's future. Every inch of the valley bears the mark of the Guardian's power. Inheritance begins from the smallest and most instinctive physical actions. They restore their own strength to be ready for the new battles. Past and present blend together, nurturing the eternal cycle of life. They constantly explore and expand the Pride's vital living space. A new cycle of evolution is about to begin within the valley. Venusaur, the Seed Guardian, the symbol of sacrifice and inheritance. The story of the mysterious seed will continue to sprout forever. Ice is the harshest test of survival in the reaches of Sinnoh. Though clumsy, Piplup never accepts help from any of its kind. Beneath the waves, it becomes a blue arrow gliding through ocean currents. A decisive strike shatters the shell, revealing the nutrients hidden within. But pride leads it into the territory of an ocean assassin. Gyarados, the terror of the deep, has begun its relentless hunt. Piplup evades just in time, but the aftershock collapses ancient coral reefs. The predator never stops. Its steel teeth crush every solid obstacle. A soul light appears, signaling a great biological shift of form. It no longer flees. Now it stands as a direct, formidable adversary. A horrific collision that makes the entire seabed tremble with force. Regal lights envelop it, preparing for a magnificent and grand rebirth. Empoleon, the king of the ocean, has officially and finally been crowned. The powerful thrust creates a massive and commanding hydraulic explosion. The loser retreats, and a new order has been firmly established. opportunistic corvisquire are disturbing the fragile peace of the colony. A freezing gale sweeps the intruders away from the dark sky. An artificial blizzard turns the shore into a cold, frozen prison. It stands as a monument of strength and unwavering pride. Its protection ensures the continued survival of the next generation. A creature forged from pure self-esteem and freezing cold steel. The journey to legend begins with the smallest, most humble pride. On cold, high peaks, white snow has replaced the burning flames. A lowland vulpix lives alone, foraging and protecting itself. A sub-zero breath can freeze anything to create a secure shelter. In the shadows, the swiftest predator is silently watching. Wavel, the night assassin, hunting down the weakest individuals. A lightning-fast attack shatters the silence of the mountain forest. Self-defense instincts drive it to use frost to blind the enemy. Life only continues for those strong enough to rise above. Emergency evolution transforms the tiny spirit into a frozen queen. A lowland ninetails rises, carrying the power of frost and fairy magic. It summons the snow at will, creating a perfect white shroud. Aurora veil, an Aurora shield that reduces all incoming attacks. Dazzling gleam, a fairy light that leaves the predator panicked. The nemesis of darkness appears, erasing brutality with aura. Blizzard, a powerful snowstorm that drives the enemy out. The hunt ends. The Guardian has asserted its absolute authority. The warmth of kinship exists even in the heart of frost. Legend says the Aurora is the light guiding the young vulpix home. Ninetail's light dispels the darkness, protecting the weak souls. The Guardian's footsteps bring miraculous life to the dead land. From now on, they no longer have to fight for survival alone. The habit of freezing prey helps them store precious resources. Innocence returns under the protective embrace of the leader. The god of the snow mountain, a symbol of purity and power. Even while resting, the Guardian never stops protecting its pride. Future warriors are learning to master the power of frost. The boundary of frost is where the red fire cannot reach. Wisdom and courage help them overcome all harsh conditions. It is not just a Pokémon, it is the soul of Alola. A new generation will continue to write legends on the snowy peak. Alola Ninetails, the Aurora Guardian, Sentinel of White Hearts. The story of the Snow Mountain spirit will be told forevermore.